G'day, Warbles Not A Lot here. The topic for this little clip is aerodynamics and aerophysics of origami. Now on the left you can see what's called a Waterbomb-Glider, and on the right you can see what's called a delta dart. Now when I was a 12-year-old kid at a boarding school with a swimming pool, we used to spend most of our energy in class thinking up better and better ways of building paper planes. The big challenge was to get your paper plane to fly across the swimming pool, because of course if it wouldn't fly across the swimming pool it was forfeit to the water god. And this was about as good as we had come up with, and when it's launched it's in about this configuration. The wings are not particularly stiff, and they tend to fold up under high airspeeds, so it becomes unstable in roll, and it tends to do a couple of rolls until it slows down if you launch it very fast. So it won't go very high, but once it does get up in the sky it glides pretty well. It's nice and slow, and it might have a 5:1 or a 4:1 glide ratio, whereas this little critter, when it launches under high airspeed, the lift of the wings closes the fuselage, so it has a very low wing area compared to what happens once it slows down and the stiffness of the paper opens its fuselage, whereupon it now acquires a relatively high wing area, and it glides down in this configuration, and this has a 6 or 8:1 glide ratio. Its trailing edge is pretty clean. There's a little bit of reflex there just to lift the nose up, and it also has a lot of weight of paper in the nose, but it's much cleaner and much more streamlined than the folded paper in the nose weight of the Waterbomb-Glider. So let's just see how they compare in a simultaneous fly-off. Launching in a stack with equal angle of attack and the camera on 50% telephoto. Let's hope I can catch this glide. And they stayed stuck together. The reason they stayed stuck together was because at that airspeed the Waterbomb-Glider was making more lift than the delta dart. So let's try it the other way around. Again we have the same angle of attack in the stack, but this time we have the Waterbomb-Glider on top. And the Waterbomb-Glider flies away and goes off downwind, whereas if I just zoom back out and pan across, we can see that the delta dart has flown into the 1.5 metre per second wind and gone straight ahead. It's got better penetration. So let's just see how far they went. Here at my feet, and I have not yet moved, we place a rock. Okay, over there we have the delta dart, the water bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 metres, call that 8 metres, and it's flown crosswind. So therefore it gets a 0 rating for wind gradient. Whereas into the 1.5 metre per second wind, we go looking for the delta dart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Call that 8.5 metres. 8.5 plus 3. So we've got 11.5 metres versus 8 metres in the same time. So this is faster, it's got higher penetration, and it's got a better glide ratio. Now we have the Waterbomb-Glider in a high-speed launch, and let's hope I can get some of this on film. And there it is. As you saw, it did a couple of rolls and it's into the trees. And it was 1.5 metres high when it hit the trees. Whereas here we have the Papua New Guinea Highlands Delta Dart. Ka-chunk. So, the delta dart, it was 2.5 metres high when it ran into the toilet and slid off the roof. And I guess it went possibly the same distance, but it went up in a big arc and turned around to head off downwind before it ran into its obstacle. So I'm going to try and walk that track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sidestep, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 metres and 1.5 metres high when it arrived, versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 metres and 1 to 1.5 metres high when it arrived. So far this clip has gone so well, if I had half a brain I'd stop right now. Instead of that, I'm going to try a high-speed launch of both and see what I can get. Right, camera's rolling. And what do you know, in the high-speed launch, it couldn't fly away. So, let's try a high-speed launch with the delta on top. And again, they've stayed together. So, the simultaneous launch doesn't seem to work real well at high speed. They glue themselves together no matter what happens. But I contend that for the purposes of making a paper aeroplane to give to the kids, they're going to find this is the more versatile unit. It glides better, it handles the wind better, it goes higher, it stays up for a longer time. And this thing is rendered obsolete by whoever it was who taught the Papua New Guinean Highlanders how to make paper aeroplanes. And I'm really pleased that when I was 12 years old, a 17-year-old from the Highlands taught me how to make a Delta Dart. I think we'll end this one here.